All right, so have you ever wondered, like, what makes someone bad in bed? Well, we took a deep dive into this Reddit thread where men were sharing their experiences with women who they considered not so great in the bedroom.
Interesting.
Yeah, so get ready for some pretty surprising insights.
I'm intrigued. Where'd you find this thread?
It was on Rashman Advice,
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that one.
and this woman basically posted asking guys to be brutally honest about their experiences
Oh, wow.
with women who were bad in bed because she was really looking to improve her own skills.
Good for her. Like, that takes guts.
Right. It's really admirable.
Totally. So what were some of the things that stood out to you? Like, what were the main takeaways?
Well, every relationship's different, obviously, but this thread really gave us some valuable perspective.
I bet.
One of the most common complaints was a lack of enthusiasm from the woman.
Oh,
Like
really?
the guy felt like she wasn't really into it.
Interesting.
And they used some pretty colorful metaphors to describe it.
Like what?
Okay, well, they said things like starfish, dead fish,
Oh my gosh.
pillow princess. They even said soggy cardboard.
Ouch. I mean, it sounds like a lack of engagement is a major turnoff for a lot of guys.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It seems like they really want to feel like their partner's enjoying it, too, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's about that connection, right? Like, it's not just a one-sided thing.
Exactly. And speaking of sharing the experience, another big theme was communication.
Yeah, that's huge in any relationship.
Right. And a lot of the men said they were frustrated when their partners wouldn't tell them what they liked or didn't like.
So they're left kind of guessing in the dark.
Yeah, basically. Like one guy even compared it to trying to start a fire with wet firewood.
Oh no, not a recipe for a good time.
Definitely not. But you know what's interesting?
What's that?
The thread wasn't just about the physical techniques. A lot of the guys also mentioned things like bad hygiene being a major turnoff.
Really?
Yeah, and negativity during intimacy, like making sarcastic comments or just not seeming into it.
That makes sense. It really highlights that the whole experience goes beyond just the physical, right? It's about respect and feeling comfortable and connected with your partner.
Absolutely. So we're already seeing that enthusiasm, communication, and mutual respect are super important.
It sounds like it.
But there's still so much more to unpack from this thread, especially when it comes to self-awareness and that whole debate about faking orgasms.
Right, right.
We'll get into all of that after the break, so stay tuned.
So, we were talking about self-awareness before the.
Yeah.
What exactly did the men in this thread have to say about that?
Well, a lot of them seemed frustrated when their partner just didn't seem to know what they enjoyed
Huh.
or like how to achieve pleasure.
So basically, knowing what you like and being able to communicate that can make a big difference.
Exactly. And it's a journey, you know?
For sure.
It's not like you have to have everything figured out right away.
Right.
The key is to be open to exploration and communicate with your partner.
I think the guys in this thread really appreciated women who comfortable kind of taking the lead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, both in initiating intimacy and in guiding their partner towards what felt good.
So it's not about being a mind reader.
No, not at all.
It's more about actively participating and letting your partner know what you like.
Exactly. And it takes the pressure off the guy to be the one who's like solely responsible for making it good for both of them.
Makes total sense.
Now let's talk about something else that came up a lot.
Okay.
Faking orgasms.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one.
Why do people do it? Is it to like protect their partner's ego or avoid an awkward conversation? Or maybe they just feel pressure to perform?
I mean, probably all of the above, right?
It's probably a mix of factors, for sure.
Yeah.
Some people might do it to spare their partner's feelings,
Mhm.
while others might be insecure about their own ability to climax.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think societal pressures and expectations around female sexuality definitely play a role too.
For sure. So what are the consequences of faking it? Like, is it really that big of a deal?
Well, in the heat of the moment, it might seem like a harmless way to smooth things over,
Yeah.
but over time, faking orgasms can create a disconnect in the relationship.
Because you're not being honest with your partner.
Exactly. It's like building intimacy on a foundation of dishonesty.
Right.
If you're consistently faking it, your partner never learns what truly pleases you,
That's true.
which makes it even harder to achieve genuine satisfaction.
And you're not really experiencing true intimacy yourself.
Right,
Kind of.
exactly. So what's the best course of action if you find yourself faking it? I think honesty is key.
Makes sense.
Have an open and honest conversation with your partner about your needs and desires,
Mm-hmm.
and work together to create a sexual experience that feels fulfilling for both of you.
Okay, so we've talked about all these things: enthusiasm, communication, self-awareness.
Mm-hmm.
But how can our listener actually use this information? What can she do to improve things in the bedroom?
Well, I think the Reddit thread had some good advice.
Oh, yeah.
Like, remember, fuck should be enjoyable for both people, right?
Right.
It's not about being perfect or putting on a show.
It's about connection.
Exactly. So just try to relax, be yourself, be present in the moment.
And don't be afraid to experiment a little.
Exactly. Like, try new things, find out what works for you and your partner.
Yeah, that's great advice.
You know, variety is the spice of life, right?
Right.
Explore different positions, types of touch.
Pay attention to your partner's reaction.
Exactly. Communicate. And don't forget about foreplay.
Oh, yeah, that's important.
It's not just something you rush through.
Take your time, build anticipation.
It can really heighten the whole experience.
And make things more enjoyable for everyone.
Absolutely. And this might seem obvious, but good hygiene is really important.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It shows respect for yourself and your partner.
Makes sense.
So, we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
Any final thoughts?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway for me is that a good sexual experience is a team effort. It's about respect communication and really wanting to connect with your partner.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So there you have it, straight from the source. Enthusiasm, communication, and mutual respect are the keys to a fantastic time in the bedroom.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear your thoughts on all this, so head over to our YouTube channel, Shauna Polage, and leave a comment. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Voices of the Soul for more deep dives into the complexities of relationships. Thanks for listening.